Just 18 months ago, Richard McKay decided he wanted to establish an organization that could potentially fill a gap in the Dallas art scene. So this Plano native found a way to bring his ideas to life. He created the Dallas Chamber Symphony. Richard joins us this morning to tell us more about the imprint the DCS is leaving on the area. Welcome, Richard.
Thanks for having me.
You're too young to be leading a whole symphonic chamber orchestra. You've got to be one of the youngest around.
Well, that's what people keep telling me.
Yes.
I'm certainly the youngest in town with his own group, that's for sure. There is some precedent with young conductors in town. I know Hector Guzman took over, I think, Plano Symphony back when he was only 25. So it's happened before, but it's still pretty unusual.
It's exciting. I like to see it, frankly, because I think it's really fun to see new life and new, in a different perspective, a young perspective, to be put into these things.
Sure. We have a very, energetic, innovative group. And one of the things that we bring is, a classical alternative. We have a very intimate concert experiences in a brand new concert hall. And we offer a variety of programs that, they're risk-taking programs. We have film score programs. We have programs with living composers, American composers, so we do a little bit of everything. Why
was it important to you to start this new chamber symphony? It's very hard to start anything new, especially a musical group. Why did you work so hard for this?
Well, because Dallas was unique in that it, for some reason or another, they didn't have a chamber orchestra that was performing in the Arts District until now. So there was a void that needed to be filled, and one of the exciting things that happened this fall was the building or the opening of the City Performance Hall.
Sure.
And so when we saw that building being opened, a 750-seat hall, we knew that was the perfect space for exactly what we wanted to bring.
So all the elements were there for you.
That's right.
Yeah, oh, that's fantastic. Let's talk about a movie, a silent movie, right, that you're doing a score for.
That's right. One of the things that we do, we commission these brand new scores by established film composers, and we take these classic silent films. Coming up in February 26th, next Tuesday, we're screening The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. This is a classic horror film.
With a huge cult following, right?
It does have a huge cult following, and it's a tremendous film because it establishes so many firsts. I mean, the set design, first of all these jagged angles, just it was very innovative. Also, flashback, it's filmed in flashback. And so these techniques are pioneered here as well. And so you get a lot of firsts, but we bring a fresh score that no one's ever heard before to this new film. And
another first.
That's right. So adding something new to something very old, and then we screen it over the orchestra, and then we synchronize the sound to film.
Very cool. So they're watching the film, they're listening to you live at the same time, your group live. So neat. Do you think that this is something that will attract new people to maybe be interested in symphonic music that hadn't been to a concert before?
I do. Actually, one of the ways that I got into symphonic music was through film music, because that's one of the areas where, the fine arts, symphonic music finds its place commonly in film.
And people don't even realize sometimes that they're listening to a symphony.
Right, but
or being moved by a symphony, right? Yes.
Right, and even your current films might use Beethoven's music, like the King's Speech did. Beethoven Symphony No. 7 throughout that whole thing, and then even new scores like John Williams that every kid knows, Star Wars and all of the Harry Potter music. I mean, this is a gateway. This is where most people get introduced to symphonic music, and so this is our unique angle into that world.
It's very cool. I mean, what a neat opportunity for people. What are you expecting to hear afterwards?
Well, last November we did A Sailor Made Man and had a new score for that film, and people just had a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, they were clapping like crazy, a standing ovation. I mean, people get really enthusiastic about these things.
So if they come, they're going to have a great time.
They will have a great time.
And that's what we want our audience to do. Thank you so much for being here with us. Again, the Dallas Chamber Symphony's film score series features The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari on Tuesday, February 26th. That's next Tuesday at City Performance Hall in Dallas. It begins at 6:45 p.m. with an informal pre-concert conversation with guest film composer Brian Satterwhite. And the concert begins at 7:30 p.m. You can purchase tickets at dallaschambersymphony.org or call 214-880-0202. And this is a special treat. If you enter the promo code Caligari25 online, you're going to get a 25% discount. Isn't that cool? Students with the valid ID will also get a discount if they purchase tickets at the door.